The Pittsburgh Penguins defeat the Columbus Blue Jackets 5-3. Welcome to the Penguins Collective Podcast. My name is Louie.
My name is Josh.
And we are two brothers who love to talk about hockey.
Especially the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, Sidney Crosby's the greatest hockey player of all time. You can't deny it. Look at the game tonight. He himself took down the Columbus Blue Jackets 5-3 with the help of Carlson and Jake Gensel. But other than that, Penguins looked absolutely good. 3 words: resilience, tenacity, and Sidney frickin' Crosby. Those were the keys for tonight. Josh, your first reaction to the game?
I thought your third word was going to be swagger.
No. That's for tonight, Sidney Crosby.
Yeah. Always a great game. And honestly, the stats that they kept throwing up for Sidney Crosby against Columbus, I had no idea some of that stuff. Like, I think it's like 56 points now in like the last like 30 something games against Columbus. Crazy. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I was going into the game a little worried because it's like officially like kind of like hard part of our season where we have a lot of division players. Oh yeah, NES addict. He always plays so well against Columbus. Yeah. And I guess I just kind of always took it for granted. Just didn't really pay attention, didn't notice. But like those stats that they were saying against Columbus is wild. But yeah, I mean, we got Columbus. We had Columbus tonight. We have the Devils. We have the Hurricanes. We have a whole bunch of division and conference games coming up that we're gonna need. We're gonna need 2 points. We're not gonna can't split them. We can't lose against them. Like, this is where we need to make up ground where we were deficient in the beginning of the season. So I was a little nervous coming in. Columbus was on a 5-game losing streak. They had a very close game against the Rangers over the weekend. And then I'm not going to lie, I didn't think we were going to keep our win streak going. Not going to lie. Came in thinking, okay, we're on the road. Maybe we lose it here and, kind of start it back up going again on Thursday. But played a great game. There were the start though. The start though was it was like up and down. It was a roller coaster all game of emotions where you had some really nice moments and then we had some horrible turnovers, some horrible play, some horrible defense. Gonna say it, some horrible goaltending. But then we had some great plays, some great goals, some great goaltending. So
it was all over the place today. But before we get further into the game, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. After the game, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, if you're on Twitter, thank you guys so much for joining us. Let us know what you thought of tonight's game. We have all, 20 comments already. I'm gonna say that's a little exaggerating, but I think we got some comments in here. Jackson saying this rivalry is so one-sided when Josh was mentioning about we're coming into these rivalry games. NES Addict coming in saying, how about Eric Carlson? Love seeing that dude in black and yellow. And then, 100% he coming in again with, I felt like the game should have been more one-sided than it was, but the result is all that matters. 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's a great jumping off point. The Pittsburgh Penguins should have came in here rolling, especially 6 straight games. We're playing super well. We're kind of gelling. This is the whole point of the Penguins now coming in. And then all of a sudden, we kind of run into this little block here with the Columbus Blue Jackets. We didn't look bad, but we weren't playing to our caliber the last couple games, except for Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby was playing full caliber for 16 minutes. I mean, this is the game where it's going to test you, because the game is, hey, they're being desperate. How desperate will we be for a win? This is the old iconic thing that Mike Sullivan always says. Our swagger, like Josh, right, Josh? Swagger. What is it? And then our resilience. This is the always thing Mike Sullivan always says. How's our resilience? This is a resilience game. This was a test for Pittsburgh Penguins coming into this game. We could have easily just laid it down. We could have easily not came in with that same level of competitiveness as we played with other teams in the last couple games, but we still played well. Yes, there was some up and downs roller coaster, but we played well when it matters, like in penalty kills. And obviously we didn't get the goal, but our power play looked good. Jari did come up when he should have. Now, he didn't do the greatest. It's not another shutout, but he played well. Jackson coming in with Tristan Jari, disaster class to master class, all in one game. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. That's exactly how Tristan Jari played. He wasn't the great, he played well and then he didn't play well at the same time. So absolutely. NES, I did want to mention this guy's name. So NES Addict coming in saying Brian Rust trying to bring back mustache boy, #Rustache boy. Absolutely. Nice. He was flying out there.
Yeah, that breakaway.
He was flying. And that's what you want to see. You want to see that from Brian Rust. You want to see that from the first line. You could definitely tell the second line was trying to get a goal. Malkin was literally stealing pucks from his teammates trying to score. That just goes to show when the captain gets involved the way he did tonight, it rubs off on other players, especially like Evgeny Malkin and Brian Rust and Jake Gensel, and then now even Erik Karlsson continuing his streak, Jake Gensel continuing his streak, and of course Sidney Crosby adding to his streak. His point per game is whenever he gets a point in a game, I just feel happy. I get a little tingling feeling inside. I'm like, he's gonna do it again. He's gonna pass Wayne Gretzky, and the whole world's gonna recognize the goatness of Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, but I will say just with the the overall gameplay, just the third period was fantastic. The amount of pressure that we were putting on Columbus was phenomenal. Not only just in the offensive zone, but on the defensive zone. Yeah, we let in some goals in the third period, but at some point we were just dominating every aspect of the game. Obviously, you have the sweet goals from Crosby, and then Karlsson. When Karlsson scored that laser and it came from Gino. What? Like my immediate thought went to when he was mic'd, and he said, "What did he say? Way to go, Gino!"
Oh yeah. Him and his little sweet accent, like, "Oh, way to go, Gino!" Like
that's what I immediately
he has like
thought
a
of
Canadian Swedish accent, and like you could just tell, like he was so excited, so pumped, and what a pass, Gino! Oh yeah, thank you, boys. Hey, let's keep on going. So
but
honestly,
that period was phenomenal. 1 through 4. Like you said, it started at the top, Sidney Crosby. Next line, Malkin and Smith. Smith hit the crossbar. Smith had some nice plays. And then third line, you had Drew O'Connor and Lars Eller playing really well tonight.
Not only tonight
was noticeable.
The last few games, Lars Eller came out of the woodworks, just playing so much better. That's what you want to see. So when everyone is freaking out about our bottom six, they don't need to freak out anymore. Lars Eller's playing well, Drew O'Connor, and then even the fourth line, Josh.
Yeah, the fourth line, even, I mean, again, like, they're not putting up massive points, but you have, who's on the fourth line here? Vinny.
Chari, Vinny Anastroza, and Nieto.
Now, Nieto's been, I would say, of the three, the biggest of the disappointments. But I mean, Achari is doing what he's supposed to be doing, taking up space, being physical, and winning faceoffs. And that's what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, well, Brian comes in on the YouTube chat. Is it me, or has Achari been very disappointing? I was expecting him to be a physical presence, but he's been all but invisible. I would say I would kind of agree and disagree at the same time with that.
Yes.
He has been, you know what? I just thought of it. Achari has been visible when there hasn't been a need for presence. And then when we do need something, he's not visible. So we always talk about here on the podcast, Sidney Crosby does amazing things without the puck. Like you always need to be looking about who's doing something without the puck. Achari does stuff when no one's really looking. And then when you do need him, he's invisible. So I would say he's doing some things. He definitely does. Like he definitely belongs on the fourth line for sure. I wouldn't say he's been very disappointing. I just think he's been, kind of a role guy right now. And, you want to see more production from him. But, you got to play it by ear.
But Josh, I think that's the whole point of Achari, is to be just that fourth line body who's better than Jeff Carter, because you didn't want Jeff Carter to be out there every single game being the fourth line center. That we saw it last year. It just didn't work. So you bring in Noel Achari. He brings more speed. He brings more physicality than Jeff Carter, but equivalent to the faceoff circle, or at least close to. So that's the thing. And also, you have to think about it just from the way that we play. Mike
Yeah.
Sullivan does not play a physical game the way it used to be, when you think of physical. So like, to Brian's point, like a physical presence, like kind of what is your definition of that? Because it may actually be the complete opposite of what Mike Sullivan is thinking for his role on that fourth line. So that's the key, is that we have to think of what these guys' roles are in Mike Sullivan's system, because that's one thing that we can hate on the bottom six all we want, but at the same time, Mike Sullivan may see the little things that we don't and says, yes, they are doing exactly what we need them to do in order to capitalize on our essentially top 9 now, who are just absolutely buzzing. So just
They are
keep it going.
flying. Now, also to piggyback off that, that's exactly why Mike Sullivan kept Jeff Carter on the roster for so long. It's one of those things that you don't quite see on, like, obviously scoring goals is the most visible thing you can do, right? But there are some things that aren't as visible, like face-offs. That was the whole reason why Jeff Carter was on this roster every single game last year, is because he can win faceoffs. He was actually our number one faceoff guy all of last year, which is not very visible when you're just watching the game. So to us, Jeff Carter stinks. But to Mike Sullivan, in our own zone, when we need an important faceoff win, he's very valuable. So that's something you got to keep in mind.
But not anymore though. That was last year. Right?
That was
because Jeff Carter was our third center last year.
This year, I know that. What I'm saying
he's riding the bench for a reason.
When it comes to someone like Achari, there may be something visibly that we don't see that Mike Sullivan sees. That's what I'm saying. Jeff Carter stinks this season, right? It's obvious. We've got enough key players that we might not need Jeff Carter going down the stretch. So that's something that we can look into going down the stretch. Someone I did want to mention that look at someone down the stretch, NES Addict brings up, I keep thinking Raquel is going to score. It's got to happen soon. Yeah, you're 100%. You're 100% right. There's been rumors flooding the Twitterverse today, Josh.
I didn't know if you wanted to bring that up, but yeah,
that's where. Hey, NES has helped me out with this. Josh, what I saw today, Rickard Raquel is rumored to be dealt at the trade deadline if he hasn't picked up, I guess, his slack of this season. He hasn't scored a goal. There's no production. He has a few assists, but he does not have goals. He's on the second line. This is someone you do need to add pressure. NES, thank you. Yes, segue. You're my dude. Thank you. I appreciate you. Shout out. Yeah, 100%. Raquel is someone you need to produce. Okay? Malkin goes down. Smith goes down. Rust goes down. Who's usually the guy we send up to that first line? That's Raquel. And if Raquel's not producing on the second line, he's not going to produce on the first line unless Sidney Crosby makes it happen for him to score. But we don't have that ability right now. We don't have that room. Raquel needs to start seeing the back of the net sooner rather than later. Otherwise, he's going to be dealt. Apparently, Josh, that's the rumor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And that was one thing that I wanted to do because I didn't think you were going to bring it up today. I
bring up everything, Josh.
Yeah, I know. I believe he's got a flexible no trade clause. I know he's got something on his contract.
It's a no movement clause, but obviously any player can say,
yeah, sure, they can waive that. Yeah,
you can waive that for sure.
I get that, but at the same time, like let's be honest here. Like, who of our team is a tradable asset? And the issue that I see is that even if this option of trading Raquel is the best option,
yeah,
with his gameplay right now, like what would you be able to receive in return? Because realistically, who would take his spot? Zahorna?
No, O'Connor looks phenomenal. I would
Yeah,
move
but
him on
isn't
the other
he?
side.
I
I
was
would
gonna
move
say
him to
he's
the other
left
side,
side.
or move Smith on the other side. See, honestly, as like a coach, I would just tell people like, you're learning to play left wing. Like you're learning to do that, or you're learning to play right wing, because
Yeah.
if you show any, like, O'Connor's been buzzing right now, and
Yeah.
if Raquel can't produce, he's the guy. Obviously, Smith and O'Connor are on the same side. I would just, you don't like, just like Jeff Carter said, he's a center, but he's willing to play right wing. You gotta what Rust, he does the same thing. He'll say, I'll go on either side. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I think O'Connor to play with Evgeny Malkin, play with Riley Smith. Of course, O'Connor's going to be like, dude, put me on left wing. I don't care. Or right wing. I don't care. Let me do
Yeah.
it. I'm willing to step up.
It's hard just because it's like, I understand Drew O'Connor is buzzing right now and he's moving, but like at the same time, like he doesn't have that much more production than Raquel. Yes,
Yeah.
he has a goal this year, but at the same
Yeah.
time, you know, is their gameplay going to match? Because the thing is, like, Raquel is kind of a facilitator, but yet will snipe it when it's available.
Yeah.
But Drew O'Connor is kind of like a Malkin. He wants the puck. He wants to hold the puck. He wants to control things a little bit.
Well, here's a little. Let me nitpick that, and then I'm going to go to something else. And we'll put this comment away for a second. O'Connor can get away with that on the third line with Lars Eller, who's not going to be a Malkin, okay? And then you have Zahorna, who is a Malkin, okay? I believe if we're just nitpicking that one line, O'Connor's the Crosby, Zahorna's the Malkin, Lars Eller is just the guy who's feeding the puck. He's getting down low and he's setting up plays. O'Connor is looking like the best player on that line for sure. So I just want to say, I wouldn't call him a Malkin. I think he could get away with wanting the puck in key situations because he needs to be seen. He's definitely trying to make a mark for sure. And then I want to go into NES's comment. He's got to be the odd man out with that lack of production. I hate it because I love the guy, but we need something from him. Now let me respond to you, NES. Okay. Yes, Rickard Rakell needs to produce more, but let me not be a hypocrite about what I said previously about Achari, okay? We are seeing good things from Rickard Rakell. It's not like he's playing bad. It's just that he's not producing, right? He's getting down low. He is passing the puck to Malkin. He is trying to figure out the best way to score, especially on the second power play unit. You see that from him. But what you don't see is the final result. So that is why, of course, his name is going to be thrown out at the trade deadline rumors, is because he's not producing. But as of right now, I got to say it's a little too early because he could score a hat trick next game. We don't know. And as soon as he scores a hat trick, everyone's going to shut up. So I can't be a hypocrite. I need to correct myself. I can't be a hypocrite and say, oh, Achari sucks, but, he's doing some things that aren't visible, and then totally rag on Rickard Rakell. That's completely unfair. Rickard Rakell is playing well. He is playing well. He's just not scoring. So we can't be too quick to dismiss him. So that's the reason why. I'm not yelling at you, NES. You're my segue guy. But I can't be that hypocritic person saying Achari's doing good things on the fourth line and then Rickard Rakell's not doing what he's supposed to be doing on the second line. That's just hypocritical. But hey, his name is being thrown out there for a trade. He needs to produce more. He knows it. The team knows it. The media knows it. As soon as he scores that one, you're going to hear Josh Getzoff scream at the top of his lungs when he makes that call. Everyone knows he's trying to get that goal. No one doesn't think he's trying. It's just one of those things. He's just not producing. Who had that slump last year? Wasn't it Rust last year who had a slump?
Rust was struggling last year.
And we're like, yeah, go Rust this year. It's all about hey, it's all about switching up. NES comes in, and then Josh, you can go. You are
Mhm.
not wrong. Maybe the coach would say he's doing all the right things. It's just not showing up in the stat sheet. Yeah, 100%. And as we know, Mike Sullivan, that's exactly what he's going to say. That's exactly what it's going to 100%. And he also added, I think it's called snake bitten. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's just a little bit there.
Yeah.
Hey, really quick, Josh, before you go into that, sorry, Tristan Warner comes in
Oh,
and says, just found the channel today. I'm excited to hear Pens fans talk about these games. Sorry we didn't get to that chat earlier. We were kind of going down. Oh, yep. Thanks.
welcome,
Thanks,
Tristan.
Tristan. Thanks, Tristan. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, bud. Hope you're still here. What did you think, Tristan, of the game? Let us know in the chat. We'll respond to you. Josh, go ahead. You could respond to that.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I was going to dive more into it with Raquel, but I do think that may have made that article, those rumors that are going around. I think it's just strictly because Raquel was brought in to, you know, bolster the goal scoring for the Penguins, and he's not doing it this year. So now it's okay, he's on the move. But realistically, I think it's also because, he wasn't a guy that Kyle Dubas brought in. He's not a core player. So,
Mm,
like, of the guys that are there who might be moved, who would it be? Might be Raquel. And when I say, like, oh, who can you get for him in return? Yeah, you would want another star player for him. But at the
mm-hmm,
same time, like, you know, I just thinking about this off the top of my head, not has nothing to do with any type of research that I've done.
mm-hmm.
Maybe you do it, free up the money, just bring in guys on low cap hits, maybe on 1-year deals that will be expiring at the end of the year, so you have money to re-sign Gensel.
I mean, knowing Kyle Dubas, a very small sample size, he would do something like that
Yeah.
just because. But I also saw a rumor for talking about Jake Gensel that is he in the long term plan for the Pittsburgh Penguins? So
Better be.
So right, that's our reaction. It's like he better be, but also if we're Kyle Dubas has no attachment to him.
Yeah, but
So, but what
let's
I'm
be
saying,
honest here.
all
He's
I'm
a
saying,
part of the core. He's a part of the core.
I wouldn't say part of the core. He's the backup, like Rust, Gensel.
Oh, he's a part of yeah, Russ and Gensel. Yeah,
Like they're on the back seat while Malkin, Gino, and Letang are driving. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? They're there. Don't get me wrong. They're important to the team for 100%. But I'm just saying they're not a part of the core yet. So if you could trade him, like I'm not saying now, I'm not saying next year, I'm not even, whatever. I'm just saying it long term. Will he be here? Who knows? Who knows? Raquel, definitely not long term.
No.
No. And honestly, I know I said this last year, but Jari is looking good. I think he's looking, if he could keep it up. Now, granted, he had some rough things today. He could be the
I'm actually
franchise boy.
bummed he played today.
I think he needs that. You need to see both sides. You need
So
to see a desperate team and then a really good team. Because
so who
you're
do you play against New
expecting
Jersey?
Jari. We're playing on Saturday.
No,
No, when are
playing
we playing?
Thursday.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Thursday.
Thursday.
And then
I'm
and then
thinking it's Thursday.
Saturday,
Jeez.
and then Saturday is Carolina. So do you do Jari all 3 of these division games and then have Hellberg or not Nedeljkovic won't be back. Have Hellberg play on Sunday on the back-to-back against the Flyers?
Why not? Why not? That sounds like a great plan.
Ride the hot hand?
Ride the hot hand. He had a shutout. He could get a shutout next game, Josh. I
Yeah.
honestly think I'd ride Jari out. He said last year in an interview with Dan Potash, if you remember, he wants to play all these games. He knows it's just not in the cards. Like obviously, Mike Sullivan likes to toss
Yeah.
it up every now and then. But if Mike Sullivan goes, "Hey man, you're our goalie this year, bud. Like you got to play," I think he's all for it. I think you want to see Jari play all these divisional games because remember, he's not playoff seasoned. Okay? He has not played in the playoffs yet. If we need a franchise goalie down the stretch, you play him every other day against same division teams that he's going to see. A lot of shots on net. So that is like a sample size of the playoffs. Let him get used to this, because with down the stretch, if we're looking the way we're looking in March, in April, yeah, you better believe he needs to be ready to go for every other day, because we're going to be winning. So I say ride the hot hand, play him for sure. But Josh, are you wearing your Yin shirt today, Josh?
Unfortunately not. I wore it on Saturday.
Josh, you could have easily lied. But yeah, awesome. So guys, if you didn't know, this podcast is sponsored by Yin's brand. All right.
I apologize, Yins.
Yeah, you should have lied. We're gonna get fired now. So see this? See this logo? This is supposed to represent all the three major sports teams in Pittsburgh. Okay? The Penguins, the Steelers, the Pirates. This logo is meant to be the unifying symbol of a Yinzer. All right? So you can go to Yin's brand, shopyins.com. That's 2 Z's, shopyins.com, and you could find a cool hat like this. You could find Penguins collective merch. We got 2 shirts on this site. We got our main logo, which is in the corner, the right corner, and then we have our I guess now infamous send off, which is as always, let's go Pens. You guys can go find those shirts on shopyins.com. You can also find more Penguins merch. They have a lot of Erik Karlsson shirts. They have Kyle Dubas's shirts. I'm pretty sure they have like a Crosby one, I think. You guys can go on there and get them all. And now you can use code TPC15 to enjoy a generous 15% off your first purchase. So make sure you go to shopyins.com. That's 2 Z's, and use code TPC15 for 15% off your first purchase, Josh. Hey, Tristan's back, and he's saying, are y'all Steelers and Pirates fans too? No, we're not.
Nope.
We're not, dude. Hey,
quick background.
Really quick, Josh?
Yeah.
All right, obviously, number one sport for us, hockey. Pittsburgh Penguins. We love them. We grew up in Scranton, Pennsylvania, where we went to the AHL affiliate, Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. We had season tickets. We loved it. The whiteouts were the best thing in the world. I fell in love with hockey there, okay? Obviously, next step, you go to the Pittsburgh Penguins. We love hockey. Josh, what's your football team?
Tennessee Titans.
I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. Next. Josh, basketball team. Who's our team? Brooklyn Nets. All right? Yeah. All right. What else? Baseball. Josh, who are you?
Yanks.
The Red Sox. Figure that one out, guys. Figure that one out. All right? And then MLS team, we are the same team. So we are Nashville. SC.
Yeah.
You're probably a lot of whiplash. We get it. We understand.
Well, mine are simple. So the Brooklyn Nets.
How is that simple, Josh?
Okay, we were born in New Jersey.
Yes.
We grew up in New Jersey.
So New Jersey Nets.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
New Jersey Nets of Brooklyn. Also, for me, that's the Yankees. That's why it's the Yankees. You know,
because
Grandma
Jersey,
Mima, she loved the Yankees, so I followed with her. You switched to the Red Sox because your wife. Yes, that was the decision.
This is called compromise, guys.
Yeah.
And if you're not married, you'll get to know that. And if you are married, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's compromise. I am now a Michigan State fan, okay, due to marriage, okay? Now, I root for them heavily, but I used to be Penn State, okay? Now I'm Michigan State. And I did it because of marriage, and I wanted a unified household, okay? So sometimes, guys, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm a Red Sox fan because of that. A Michigan State fan because of that. Josh is a Yankees fan because, yes, we were born in Jersey. So Josh, everyone's a Yankees fan in Jersey. All right, 100%. So NES Addict goes, my wife is from Eastern Ohio. She doesn't like sports.
Hey,
That's
that's
good.
a from
Hey,
Eastern Ohio. That may be a blessing because
that may be. Yeah, that's true, dude. That's true. You're lucky she doesn't like sports
yeah.
because none of those teams should be in your household. 100%. My wife doesn't like sports either, bud. But
Yeah,
she made
same.
me. Yeah, she made me switch it up. It was for her to root for the Penguins, Vikings, and Brooklyn Nets. It was a fair trade. I fleeced her on that deal. Okay, I fleeced her on that deal. She doesn't need to know that. But 100%, all that to be said, Tristan, no, we are just Penguins fans, but we love the Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, it is a near and dear team in my heart. Josh has a little more clouded history with hockey
We're not
teams.
gonna get into that tonight.
No, yeah, go back to our very first episode, and you'll hear a little background. Oh, Tristan,
Oh,
Tristan coming in. He goes, dang, I thought I found true Yinzers. Just kidding. I'm actually pretty new to hockey, and I think it's the most underrated sport in the world.
bingo.
Absolutely. Hockey is the fastest sport in the world. Like, people think tennis is hard when you're watching and it's going back and forth. No, hockey's that way. It's ridiculous. It's the greatest sport on earth. You have to have two skills to play that sport. You have to learn how to skate, and you have to be good at a sport. Like, that's unreal. Like, no one's playing football on ice skates. You know what I'm saying? No one's playing basketball on ice skates. It would be a great sport, but they don't. Hockey, you have to have two skills. You know?
It's
Prove me
literally
wrong.
literally two sports in one. It's figure skating and hockey.
Well, yeah. Yeah, sure. I don't want to insult
Yeah.
my figure skating fan base, but
Yeah, well, I mean, it is.
But yeah,
It
100%.
is.
Oh, NES comes back and says Pittsburgh is a 2.5 hour drive, so I can get there when we come up. Oh, yeah, that's not far at all. That's not far at all. So 100%. But yeah, guys, Josh, is there anything else we need to attack onto?
3 stars.
Oh, Josh, our segs. Our segs.
We forgot about the segs.
We forgot about the segs. All right, guys. Now it is time for our famous segment, our TPC 3 stars of the game. Really quickly, if you're on the chat right now, guess your 3 stars right now while we set this up. So we don't know what the Penguins put on their Twitter or whatever. We don't really look at that when we're doing this. We actually take notes during the game, and you'll see it. Like, it fluctuates throughout the game. Sidney Crosby started off at 3, and then all of a sudden, so some little heads up, little spoiler for you guys if you didn't guess. Can Crosby be all 3? Tristan says.
We've done it.
We have done it.
Jari as all 3, or
No. Which one did we do for all 3? It was Sid last year. It was Sid last year. When he was, didn't he get his point thing? And it was, or was it Tanger? And we did all 3. I forget. It was one of somebody back check there. And did you like that? I threw a little hockey term, Josh.
Yeah,
Someone go back check. All right, a star per goal. NES says a star per goal. Kinda, yeah. 3rd star of the game, Josh.
Yeah, going with that premise, it is Jake Gensel.
He got a goal.
he got a goal. Looked good tonight. He's obviously keeping his thing going. I don't think he has a point streak going, but wouldn't be surprised if he does. But yeah, Jake Gensel, 3rd star with the goal. I think he also had an assist, but looking good as always. Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake. And if you live in the Pittsburgh area, NES Addict clearly doesn't. But if you want to drive 2.5 hours to Pittsburgh, you can get a free milkshake courtupcourtesy of the Milkshake
they were
Factory.
half off.
They were half off. You're right, not free. Sorry, my bad. I don't want to upsell it. Sorry. It's half off of Jake Shakes. 100%. They are super good. You do feel like you have diabetes after you finish each one.
It's true.
Josh had one. Oh, hey, Sean Finley, come join in the chat. Hello.
Welcome back,
Can
Sean.
Malkin please stop trying to bring the puck? Sean, do not put me on an anti-Malkin rant today. All right? We're about wrapping this.
He did this last episode.
He
too.
knows. He knows. Sean's with me. Look, I got NES Addict for my segues. I got Sean for my anti-Malkin rants. Dude, you don't know how many times. I counted 5 times he turned the puck over today. You have no idea. This is not the right time. If you came in 20 minutes early, Sean, this whole podcast would be about anti-Evgeny Malkin. But we're in the middle of a segment right now. All right, in our second, Sean's coming back and saying he's driving me crazy. He is driving me crazy, Sean. He is driving me crazy, but you know what's driving me crazy? Not finishing the segment. All right, our second star. Oh wait, what?
NES predicted it right.
Yes, NES saying that the second star is Erik Karlsson. Dude had a 90-something mile an hour shot, assisted by Evgeny Malkin. Sean,
Yes,
by the way. But I mean, when he's not turning the puck over, he's passing it to Erik Karlsson, and he is literally sending that thing past the speed of light into the back of the net. That was a beautiful shot. And can we talk about that awesome pass to Sidney Crosby where he did a little chopperoonie and it went top shelf for Sid? And that made me, I honestly thought that was Letang who made that pass first. I wasn't really paying attention. I was live tweeting, and all of a sudden I see the puck go and Crosby do his signature like chop at it, and it goes top shelf. And I was like, oh, classic Tanger and Crosby. And I see it's Karlsson, and I was like, Tanger got replaced, dude.
Yeah, there we go.
Like, but once again, rewatch that, guys. If you haven't watched it, go back to that replay. Look how happy Erik Karlsson was when Crosby made that chip in. It's almost as if all the years in San Jose wiped away, and he's like, I finally have a guy who can do stuff.
That's not what I thought of. I thought of the last game where they tried to do the same thing, and
it finally went in.
Well, the defender's stick redirected it into the goal.
Oh, well, I'm just saying how
it
happy
actually
he
worked.
was. Yeah, I'm sure that's really what it was. But it's just funny to see how happy he's like, oh my gosh, Sidney Crosby. Kind of like, it's so nice to have a superstar to do that. And first of all, hey, I'm seeing some stuff in the chat. Sean, don't you ever be sorry, okay? Don't you ever be sorry. I love getting sidetracked on rants, obviously. Don't be sorry. Love having you. I don't want to see sorry in the chat. Don't be sorry. NES. Don't be sorry. That's right. NES Addict saying, I love Karlsson. I love Karlsson too. Dude's awesome. So happy he's here. Like, I am so happy he's here because he passes to the first star of the game. You like that, Josh? You were impressed by that segue. The first star of the game, Josh?
The GOAT. Sidney Crosby.
Greatest hockey player of all time. Greatest. I tweeted it out. Greatest hockey player of all time. Yeah. I don't care anymore. I'm not pretending anymore about the different eras of hockey. Crosby's the greatest hockey player of all time. Look at Evgeny. Look at Connor McDavid. Trash right now. Trash.
Yeah.
They fired their head coach this week. McDavid isn't having a point per game as of right now. You know who's never had that? Sidney Crosby. Sidney Patrick Crosby will be the greatest hockey player of all time. And NES coming in saying 3 cups. Get ready to make that 4 cups.
Oh.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised with this team and Erik Karlsson. Make it 5 cups, dude. Let's go on another back-to-back heater, dude. Imagine, Josh. He just 5 cups and he goes, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
he'd
done.
have to be done.
I'm done. 5 cups. Everyone would be like, he's greater than Crosby. He's greater. He's greater. I can't wait. Honestly, so every day for work, I drive past the arena. Okay? Yeah, that's right. I love doing it every single day. I look at it. I look in awe.
Humble brag.
Humble brag. Too bad my work isn't in the arena. It's very far away from it, but I have to pass it. And I cannot wait until you see a Mario Lemieux statue and you see a Sidney Crosby statue. Because you better believe, as soon as that dude announces his retirement, they're building it right now. Okay? They're building it right now. Dude's the greatest hockey player of all time. He's our TPC #1 star of the game and of the year. Okay? Are we only 14 games in the season? Yes. Are we already saying we're going to win the cup this year? Yes. Okay? Are we a little too excited? Do we have coffee in between the second and third period? And are we buzzing right now? Yes.
Wondering where that energy was coming from.
I was falling asleep in the first, and I was like, I need to get some coffee.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I
that
had
first
it.
period. Yeah.
I got a cold brew. Too much energy coursing through my veins. As soon as Sean mentioned Evgeny Malkin, I felt like I got another shot of espresso. I was like, here we go. Time to dig in on that guy. Rip that A off his chest. No, I'm just kidding.
Do a whole nother episode.
Just do a whole other. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Imagine if it was a game like in the West Coast where it'd be freaking like 2 a.m. and I'm just ranting about Evgeny Malkin.
You did. We did.
I'd do it again. Sean is my witness. I'd do it again. Yeah, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Sean, NES, Tristan, I know you guys are in the chat. Jackson in the chat. Guys, what you guys think of the game? If you guys could take one thing away, NES. Dude, don't do that to us. NES coming in. I waited for you guys.
That was too late, bro. That was too late.
10:30 start, which didn't start until 10:40. And then it went into overtime, NES.
Yeah.
It went into overtime, dude.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have been on here at like 3 a.m. I have work. I can't do that, dude. If this was our main job, you better believe we're hopping on. Hey, also, quick idea. I saw something on Twitter. We're letting you guys in the curtain behind everything. Okay, Josh, you want to do an ad for the watches, Josh? Is that what that is? I know. You want to wrap it up.
I'm getting sleepy.
Well, you should have had some cold brew.
Not a coffee drinker.
Well, you should change that. I saw on Twitter people live reacting during a game.
What do you mean?
Like, so they were live, like what we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But then, but they would be watching the game, and we would have a chat going, and we would like, whoa, Crosby scored.
Oh, I don't know if we're ready for that yet.
I'm looking at Josh, looking at Sean's comment, and going, oh no, exactly.
Oh no.
No, we're not doing the watch collection today, Sean. I appreciate you. Sean comes in with the chat saying, let's see the watch collection. Not today, but really quickly, let's show you a different watch collection. Guys, if you didn't know, we partner up with Third Assist Hockey Company, and that's at thirdassist.com. You can check out, look at this awesome website. Whoever designed it is pretty cool.
You can just say it was you.
It was. All right, so guys, if you don't know, I am wearing a watch from Third Assist Hockey Company, and what they do is they take a piece of old school hockey sticks and put it in the center of the dial of the watches. You can see the red in there, the like the odd shapes. That actually is the word Titan. You know, those old white wooden hockey sticks with the red lettering Titan. That is what this watch is. So what you can do is take a look at all these watches on the website here. They have different variations, different hockey sticks. They come in a wooden box, which is really cool. It's a cool keepsake. Almost reminds you of Josh? It's a
Don't know.
hockey puck. It's a hockey puck, Josh.
Hockey
Come on.
puck.
Think about
Fair
it.
enough.
Think about it. It's
Fair enough.
hockey.
Fair enough.
And then
Fair
it
enough.
comes with a actually, let me just take the watch off real quick because I'll show you what it says on the back of it. And also it comes with there's a third assist hockey engraved into the back of the watch, and it comes with a card letting you know what number the watch is. So, like, depending on what watch you get, you'll see that it's a part of a collection. And you get a certified card, and it's really cool. It's awesome. This watch is awesome, and I can't talk more about it. It's really cool. It's really cool. I highly recommend you guys go take a look. They're limited editions, so after they sell out, they're done. So make sure you guys go to thirdassist.com and take a look at their hockey watch collection. All right, that's it. NES coming in saying, I wish they made a Coho one. Absolutely. I think they should make a Coho one. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do after this limited edition ones. But Josh, we're hitting 50 minutes.
Yeah, bud.
It's only 10:30 though. You should feel happy about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to get to bed before 11.
This guy. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Thank you for joining the chat. I love when we have so many people in the chat. I love communicating with you guys, talking about Pens hockey after the game. We absolutely love it. If you're interested in us doing a live reaction during a game, let us know. This could be something that we can do for you guys. Maybe we could do every now and then. That'd be really cool. Let us know in the chat. Playoffs? Yeah, let's do it in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that would be, or really sad because because it could be a a sad day, and we wouldn't be able to debrief and take a moment and collect our thoughts. So I don't want to run off emotion, Josh. Maybe playoffs is not the best idea. But if you guys are interested in doing that, make sure you let us know in the comments. Also, Josh, where can they find the audio version and the video, the live version of this podcast?
Yeah, so we appreciate all of you that are here right now. Just make sure every time we do go live, you turn on those notifications and subscribe to us. You will be notified when we do go live after each and every game. You can find us on YouTube and Twitch, as well as Twitter for all of the live videos. If you do miss us live and you are currently listening to us on the audio version, it is wherever you find your podcast. That is Spotify, Google, Apple, Amazon, Audible, I think iHeart, wherever.
iHeartRadio, everywhere.
Wherever you are currently listening to us, that's where we are. And we just ask that you just click on our little logo box and you subscribe, whatever the platform offers, and then just leave us a nice little 5-star review. It's greatly appreciated.
100%. We really do appreciate everyone coming on and chatting with us. It really does mean a lot to us. It means that we're doing something right when you guys are coming on. So we appreciate you joining us. Tristan, welcome to the Penguins Collective. Can't wait to see you in the next episode. Josh, as always,